Hello and welcome back to another patch notes reading, this time for patch 7.1. It is Patchmas Day, today the 17th of December 2024. In this patch then is some of my favourite content ever added, which is Hildebrand. We've got that to look forward to. We've got the custom delivery client, the brand new one with Nito Witque, and we've also got the chaotic alliance raid stuff actually put into the patch files, although that content will not be available until December the 24th. We also have role quests scheduled for patch 7.16 and the Waku Meki questline. So let's look at the content then. There's actually a few surprises in this. It's not just what we listed. So the Waku Meki follow-up quest is in Tulialal from Ropely. You need to be level 100 on your Disciple of Hand or Land and have first completed Crossroads, the previous patch for 7.1 storyline, as well as the previous Waku Meki quest. Hopefully that has a cool resolution to the storyline. I have still yet to do my Crafters and Gatherer stuff, so I will live vicariously through you until I have done that. So obviously Hildebrand starts in Tulialal at Nashu Makaraka at X14.5, Y12.5. You must first have completed Dawntrail's main 7.0 Dawntrail quest, as well as Gentleman at Heart, which was the previous expansion's quest for Hildebrand. I'm very excited for that. I can't wait to dig in. We, of course, have the custom delivery client, which will start in Tulialal with the Railroad Employee NPC. You must have got the Warmth of Family main scenario quest and the quest Go West Craftsman completed to be able to go and do your custom deliveries. There's actually two other quests from this, and there's supposedly some rewards. There's actually a glamour set, so make sure you do not miss a week of your custom delivery client if you can help it. In terms of housing then, there are actually some new items added from the furnishing design contest from back in 2022. These are job stone icons, literally stones that are displayed on desks, so it's tabletop items. These are absolutely awesome. I don't know if there's one for every single job. It appears to not include all of the newer ones here, but those are really cool. They seem to have some luminosity. Can't wait to do a video on those. We've got some new furnishings outside of that as well. One thing that I'm really happy about is that we've got some Solution 9 inspired things, which probably means that the bicolor gemstone vendor's been updated. Honestly, we might have to work around the world, see what's been added to vendors. We've got a grass sort of patch here with flowers. We've got some architecture Solution 9-esque things here, and one of the coolest things is the computer desk, or a close approximation of that from Solution 9. We've got this big monitor and a seat here. That's pretty cool. It looks like a gaming desk. That's going to be the perfect accompaniment to most houses, I think. I want that, definitely. As well as a dirigible here, like a dirigible statue. A nice, I don't know if that's a Penuity. I'm not sure what that actually is on that carpet. Not sure what that's supposed to be. It's cool though. And probably some new partitions. I'm not really sure what's going on in that picture. Really cool. The big information is this though. I think most of you will be like, oh my god, a long hairstyle. It's not super long, but it has little daisies in the hairstyle itself. As you can see, obviously gender unlocked like all of the others. This is actually a really sick looking hairstyle. I do want to get this. This was from the design contest from 2023. A lot of us have been going, yeah, it's nice, but where's all the long hairstyles from a design contest? We first have this one. It looks like we've got some ribbons in the hair as well on both sides with some flowers. I think they're daisies, probably something like that. I can't wait to get that in the game. I really can't wait to get that. Who knows where that's from? We need to figure that out and go and farm for it. Hopefully not just treasure maps, because treasure maps in this expansion seem to be loaded with stuff. So for battle system, Chaotic Alliance Raid, for obviously the Cloud of Darkness, the first of its kind of this type of content. As you can see, this will be available on Tuesday, December 24th at approximately 10 AM GMT, or your regional equivalent, which is 1 week after 7.15 releases, which is today. So in 1 week's time, we'll be trying this out. It is obviously a 24-player or up to 24-player content. You can do it with less, if I remember. You need to be 735 average item level. 710 average, but the requirement is 735. Okay, and you need to be level 100. Obviously it's a 90-minute time limit, And it says, after completing the main quest Dawntrail, so 7.0 storyline, speak with a wandering minstrel in Tulialal on that level 100, and you can unlock it. The role requirements for this duty are 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 4 DPS. Preformed parties registering via the raid finder must fulfill those role requirements. Furthermore, preformed alliances, i.e. 12 to 24 players, may challenge this duty without role restrictions or being matched with other players. Challenging this duty with fewer players will not result in decreased rewards. And the difficulty for this duty has been set for 24-player alliance and will not scale depending on party size. So bear in mind, if you go with less than 24, it's not going to scale down to you. You're going to have a tough time. So if you want a challenge mode, there you go. And of course, you can exchange with Ua Shepya in Solution 9 for rewards for it. So there's obviously some kind of currency we get from this, and you can exchange it in Solution 9. The limited time bonus, it says, when completing the Cloud of Darkness Chaotic during designated times, the number and drop rate of rewards from treasure coffers may be increased. An icon in the raid finder will indicate when this time-limited bonus is active. So you'll see it's a treasure chest with an upward symbol. That's cool. Cannot wait to try this. And there's also a first time completion. It says when completing Cloud of Darkness Chaotic with 1 or more players who have yet to complete the duty, certain rewards will be added in proportion to the number of first time players. So you're actually encouraged not only to stick to like your clique of people. When you see new player, it's supposed to be an incentive for you to go, oh cool, more rewards, let's do this with them. So hopefully that addresses some of the locked statuses for Party Finder. It probably won't, but we'll see. Cloud of Darkness Chaotic has been added to the high-end duty section, and there's also a Cloud of Darkness Chaotic Stone Sky Sea. So if you want to go test your DPS, see what it's like, you can go against a target dummy by going, obviously, to the outskirts of Heritage Found, right, just before you enter Solution 9. Talk to the NPC and you can test it out. Very cool. PvP has had some updates then. Most of these adjustments have been to recast times, it looks like, and percentages and potency things. We're not going to dredge our way through that. It is interesting. I advise you to click on the link in the description, go read this for yourself, but at the end of the day, these are mid-patch changes. There's nothing too crazy here. Like I say, it's mostly potency changes, recast timers, stuff like that. Trying to balance things around, significant changes and buffs to some rather than others, like Paradox on Black Mage that's a huge buff there to the potency of that. But that's all it is, basically, at the end of the day. And yeah, so talking about greater changes to Crystalline Conflict, it says, if teams have equal progress scores by the end of overtime, victory will now be awarded to the team that had the higher progress score at the commencement of overtime. Okay, that makes sense. Adjustments have also been made to range of tiers when matchmaking in a Japanese data center. Nothing that affects me or probably you directly, but there we go. So new items then. This is the Chaotic Alliance raid stuff. We still don't know if these are assigned to specific roles or if this gear is glamour. Or some of it might be glamour. I'm thinking it's probably set to roles now, with tank, probably maiming, I don't know. I'm trying to guess which is tricky. That's clearly like healer on the end there. I'm not really sure which is the caster though. I'm kind of hoping it's the red, like moth looking one, because I think that's awesome. But we'll see. New recipes have been added. This will be updated later. And obviously we've got the new custom delivery client, which you need to go to Tulialal to unlock. And you can make 12 custom deliveries each week. The player must have glamours unlocked to acquire this ability. Oh, okay. So once you reach her maximum, you can dress up Nitaweekwe. Hopefully, not as distastefully as I did with Amelia and Slavier. But we'll see what people come up with there. But there is actually a reward for that as well. I think there's a glamour that was shown on the actual special site. So, yeah, that's cool. And, of course, there's new varieties of fish in this patch. New mounts. This is one of the new Cloud of Darkness mounts. In fact, there's 2 here. There's the actual cloud. We've seen this in developer blogs and all sorts of things, special sites. And there's also the bit from the falling section of Cloud of Darkness. There's also a Cloud of Darkness minion, which is lovely. It's new updated. There is one already in the game. This one is better. This one looks amazing. Look at the little comedic faces on the floating bomblings? I don't know what they're actually, little demons? I'm not sure what they're called. So, the division of Kozama-uka, Shaloni Heritage Found and Solution 9 into multiple instances added to alleviate congestion in 7.0 has finally been removed, so if you're interested in your hunt marks, you'll probably have less of those being popped. New achievements have been added, obviously, new trophies, achievements for PlayStation, and there's new music and sound effects, so there's all that. There's quite a lot of resolved issues. So let's blast through these. Resolved issues have been addressed. There was an issue within the trial, Sven's Burden on Minstrel's Ballad, so Extreme, wherein a triple triad card would not drop as a reward. Interesting. An issue with Ultimate Raid Futures Rewritten, wherein the display of enemy attacks would lag for some players under certain circumstances. That's good that that's been fixed. Issue in Ultimate Futures Rewritten, where the display of certain enemy attacks was difficult to see. There was an issue playing Warrior in PvP when using Primal Wrath would affect obstructed targets. That's interesting. There was an issue with Dark Knight in PvP with the action Eventide, wherein players would KO under the effect of Undead Redemption under certain circumstances. Oh, lots of little bugs here. An issue when playing Gunbreaker in PvP, wherein failing to land a hit with Fated Brand would cause the additional barrier effect to not trigger. There was issue in Monk in PvP, when players using Wind's Reply on the same target would only result in one application of Pressure Point. A Dragoon in PvP issue, wherein having down for the count inflicted at the same moment Sky High is executed would result in temporary invulnerability even after returning to battle. Oh, that is weird. Reaper in PvP, where using Perfectio to achieve a KO would not count towards the player's KO score if their target was also being attacked by a different player. So kill stealing, basically. Viper in PvP, wherein multiple players using World Swallower on the same target would result in only one application of the additional effect of Noxious Gash. Nash. Yeah, can't speak. An issue when playing Dancer in PvP, wherein the additional effects of Starfall Dance, Fan Dance, Sword Dance, and Dance of the Dawn would not trigger if the target was KO'd and the hit wasn't landed. Okay. Lots of PvP bugs then that they're ironing out. There was also a Pictomancer PvP bug, wherein multiple players using Fanged Muse on the same target would result in only one application of the damage over time effect. White Mage, the additional effect of Seraph Strike that reduces the damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10% would not activate. Scholar in PvP, Expedient and Seraphism, wherein the icons for Adloquium and Biolysis would not be highlighted even when the status Resuscitation was applied. Lots of buff issues, isn't there, really? Lots of, like, with people's buffs. An issue when playing Astro in PvP, wherein Lady of Crowns and Lord of Crowns would affect obstructed targets, again, similar to the Warrior one. An issue when playing Sage in PvP, when using Icarus or Toxicon, would trigger both recast timers, preventing the consecutive use of these actions. Wow. And it was also an issue playing PvP where the status guard was displayed as a debuff icon. Crystalline Conflict custom matches, wherein a target's informational HUD would be displayed on the battle screen under certain circumstances. Okay. There was an issue with character creation. Here we go, slightly different one outside of PvP. Re-editing character appearance and choosing retainer appearance, wherein viewing the character in the forest of a Black Shroud in daytime would cause interference from shadows under certain circumstances. I think I've seen that, actually. Yeah, it's weird. It's like glitchy light. An issue wherein certain gear graphics were displayed incorrectly because they did some gear sort of retrofitting, didn't they? They did some like upscaling of some of the textures, so probably some of that was messed up. There was an issue with a journal in the duty list wherein opening the map would not favor the Aetheryte icons over the quest markers. Yeah, I've noticed that. You can hold X on your keyboard, or Control, I think it is, to change that though. But yeah, it was affected. There was an issue with Party and Alliance chat name display settings, wherein settings would apply only to the player themselves when joining cross-world parties. There was also an issue with a Novice network, wherein the icons for New Adventurer, Returner, and Mentor would not be displayed in the chat log. There was also an issue in the opening movie and logo corresponding to main scenario progress, wherein logging in with a different character would revert it to a previous patch. Ah, right, because that's how it's saved, isn't it? Despite having cleared 7.1 main scenario with at least one character. Oof. There was lots of other issues they don't talk about here that have been addressed, and also text issues, probably issues with like text and tooltips and stuff. So known issues as of today, this morning. There is currently an issue with certain cutscenes introduced in 7.15 wherein graphics are incorrectly displayed. So if you see something strange in Hildebrand, that's why. An issue with the Alliance Raid Cloud of Darkness Chaotic wherein the tether markers of certain actions are temporarily displayed as separated from the player. Okay, well, I guess we'll wait until the 24th of December to see what that bug's about. An issue with the reward from the final quest of Nita Whitqua's custom deliveries, wherein it cannot be redeemed from a Calamity Salvager. Okay, that's good to know. So when we max out the custom delivery client, do not get rid of the outfit. You will not get it back for a while until they address it in a future patch. Honestly, it's fairly light. There's not too much in the patch, but I'm super excited about the things that are listed. Obviously, lots of PvP adjustments. Really looking forward to the Chaotic Alliance raid, but we've got to wait until the 24th of December at 10 a.m. GMT. But the main meat and potatoes for me, definitely the housing stuff and this hairstyle. I need this hairstyle. Super need. Hopefully it's not from treasure maps. Come on, give it to Jonathan or something, someone useful. Even trophy crystals, right? We've got so many trophy crystals with nothing to spend them on. Please let it be something like that. Anyway, let me know what you think about patch 7.15. I'll be streaming. If you still want to get your snowman recolored mount for gifting 3 subscriptions on a Twitch channel, you can come by and say hello. I'm at twitch.tv/Meoni. I really appreciate the support. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy patch 7.15, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.